Hey everybody, welcome to the Brainal Podcast. This is episode 43, and today is October 5th, 2016. I'm Jeppy Condile.
And I am Frozen GFX.
And as always, I'm Good Coffee.
Just a little update. So a couple weeks ago, we actually did try to record episode 43, but there were other pressing matters that had to have been tended to at the moment. But one thing, it was a very short episode, and we didn't feel like it would have been really appropriate to give that to you as its own episode. But what we did talk about was Frozen finally finished The Last of Us, and we actually talked about that. So stay tuned after the closing theme, in which we will post that little section there. So if you guys are curious about a little spoiler-rific discussion about The Last of Us, stay tuned. But outside of that, we have a new month, fellas, and that means a new Nintendo calendar. Sorry, I haven't switched this yet. So, we just left with September. We had that Tanuki suit Luigi. So, any
Luigi.
What are our guesses for October?
Toad.
I'm going to say, did you say Toad? Hello?
I did.
Yeah. I think it's Toad. And I think he's dressed up like Dracula standing on top of a pumpkin. That's
okay.
My answer.
I could see that. What about you, Coffee?
I think it's Toad. And I think that he is wearing, I don't know, like a count costume or something, or maybe like a ghost outfit or mummy or something Halloween. I don't know.
Coffee, you would know this more than me. Do they celebrate Halloween in Japan? I'm very ignorant to this. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
To an extent.
Again, I haven't seen this. I'm going to guess Bowser involved with the ghost from like a Boo house. So some Boo or something, but we'll see. All right, ready?
He's with his boo.
Okay.
Changing it. Well, you got the theme down. It's Mario with a pumpkin head,
of course,
and a cape and two bats.
So Mario is Dracula. Would you say he's Dracula?
It's Pumpkinhead.
He's got a cape. Pumpkinhead. He's Pumpkinhead.
Well,
Pumpkinhead.
they don't. The truth is they have something that's like Halloween, but it's not Halloween. From what I understand, it's called the Oban Festival. It's also known as the Mitsuri, and it's basically about dedicating, special foods to their ancestors and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
So,
well, Mario gets it again. So, all right.
get out, Mario.
Flipping Mario. Luigi.
So there are going to be certain changes coming up to Brainal. Nothing bad. It's been a year, and we're going to add some changes maybe to our logo, maybe to the YouTube channel or whatever, and also the website. And I think we're working on a Facebook page. Am I right, Frozen?
We are working on the Facebook page. Yes, sir.
So look forward to that, people. That being said, let's get to some news. You guys ready?
I'm always ready.
Drop the news.
We will talk about what we've been playing. Actually, let's do that. Let's talk about what we've been playing. Let's just do that really quickly. It's been a while.
All right.
Been a while.
Coffee, why don't you go first?
What have I been playing?
Do the big
Um, Uncharted. Uncharted 4. I beat Uncharted 4. Phenomenal
Congratulations.
game. Yeah. It took me a long time to get through it because I restarted it and was playing through the whole thing with a friend. But I could not be more pleased with that game. Very excellent, excellent game, and the ending, and especially the epilogue, without spoilers, I really enjoyed. So it was some good stuff. I just the attention to detail that Naughty Dog puts into their games just astounds me. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Word.
I talked to you about this before, Coffee, but again, without spoiling anything, the final battle or showdown, I really enjoyed in that particular. The setting was amazing. I really felt like I was there, and I felt the pressure. It was good stuff. It was good stuff.
Things were really heating up.
Yeah, I think Uncharted 4 makes a very interesting argument as to Giggles was talking about this. One thing he was concerned about a long time ago was there a need for a fourth game? And I'm just very glad that fourth game exists. You know, I think that just argues for its existence. And I know it had a very troublesome production, but it came out great. That's something I think they're very proud of.
No, it was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. And can't wait to see what Naughty Dog does next. I'm excited. Maybe we'll see Last of Us, or Lastest of Us. I don't know. Or maybe it'll just be called 2.
Just
I
2.
Don't know.
Just 2.
Just 2.
Yeah.
The two of us.
Anything else been playing, Coffee?
Yeah, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I've been started playing it again. Been playing Birth by Sleep, and finally unlocked the secret episode in the game that's exclusive to the Final Mix.
So this is
really
nothing
excited.
you've seen before? This little
Correct. And they added a new final boss, and I am at the first save point in that part of the game, and I'm really
when you say
excited
episode, you're talking about an actual game segment, not a movie.
Yeah, game segment.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to give it a shot. And Monster Hunter 4, and that's it. That's all I've been playing.
Generations, correct?
Generations, not 4. Yes. Correct.
Gotcha. Cool. That's awesome. What about you, Frozen?
All right. So, obviously, like you mentioned before, I completed The Last of Us finally, was guilted into it. But no.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. No, I.
Doing it for your own good.
Yes. It worked, obviously. Amazing game. We talked about that, and you'll hear later. I'm going through the DLC for that, but I'm taking my time with it. The whole experience has been awesome. I've also been playing a little bit of Journey because it was free download, I think, during the month of September.
Yeah.
Really beautiful game. I'm really liking that.
Have you not? I know you've seen me play a little bit of it at least, but have you not played it fully for yourself?
No, this is the first time I dive into it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa,
Yeah.
man. Okay, so tell us about that then.
So, yeah, like I said, it was the scenery is beautiful. Gameplay seems to be very straightforward and serene. There are some unique mechanics in that I think work well with the character. It's just, I don't know how it's going to progress later on, but it seems very peaceful at this point.
Have you not finished it?
No.
Oh, okay. I assumed you finished it.
No,
okay.
I have not finished.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, the only thing that and I went into this game completely blind, not really knowing what this game was about, except for seeing like screenshots here and there. But when I started playing, maybe 25, 30 minutes into my gameplay, I had another person. I think it was another person that joined, and I was confused at first whether it was like a copy of me or somebody that was doing the actions, or me doing the actions delayed. I was really confused, but it seemed like it was
Do you still not understand?
Person. I think another person joined. I have no idea, but
I'd rather not comment on that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
So.
Okay, so maybe
Uh,
I thought for the PS3 like years back you saw me play. Maybe it was Flower. Maybe I'm thinking of Flower.
Yeah, I did see you play Flower.
Okay.
I do remember that. I remember later on you talked about Journey, but I didn't see you play any of that.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
I'm very
it's
excited
great.
for you. I don't want to talk anymore about it though. I'm glad. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, mainly because I don't even want to give you a hint as to the rest of the game.
Right. I
That's
appreciate it.
I'm glad you don't know what's gonna happen too. That's
Yeah,
something
I'm
that's good.
completely in the line with that.
Nice, man.
The other game I just started playing is 999.
Yeah.
Yay!
Layer on that
Yes,
guilt.
yes. Um, it's pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting to be reading Bibles of information, but I'm getting used to it now, and it's getting interesting. So,
Yeah, good.
yeah, I'll keep playing that to completion. Other games.
I I don't want to look. I'm gonna be cryptic, but coffee. I can't wait till it gets to that one part we always talk about.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're
Frozen.
talking
I'm not
about.
even joking. I'm being because coffee and I talk about this one section a lot. Um, yeah, so I can't wait. It's that game's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to completing that. It's like I said, it's pretty interesting. I'm pretty bummed out though because Abduction is crashing on me. I can't play it anymore. I don't know what's going on with it. I've tried uninstalling, reinstalling it, and I get to a certain point, it just crashes. And I think it's really my computer. So I haven't really progressed any further into that. But I'm really, really interested to see what else is in that game because from what I've already just encountered, it's just been eye candy and a bunch of puzzles that I can't even get to. But
Cool.
I'll figure that out some other time. Oh, of course, Destiny. Yeah, the new expansion for that, Rise of Iron. I'm loving it. I think it's very to the point. I feel like I have a purpose and mission to accomplish, which I think was lacking in the other DLCs for Destiny. And other than that, man, I think that's pretty much it.
Got you.
What about
My front, quite a few things. I finally played this game called Virginia, and that game, I didn't know what to expect. A lot of people compared it to Twin Peaks. I see the references, but that game is pretty unique. I really, really enjoyed that game. If you can call it a game, if you played it, you know what I'm talking about. Super stylized. Um, it's a story of an FBI agent. I'm not going to spoil anything, but one thing that's interesting, not one word is said in the whole thing. Everything was pretty much mimed out. And at first I was like, that's kind of weird, but then there's some charm to it that's done really well. So I played that, really liked that. Played a game with my friend called The Bunker, which is more like an interactive movie. I thought it was pretty good. But some of my other friends, Giggles included, is getting me hyped up on Gears. So just the other day, I mean, I played Gears 1 through 3, have not played Judgment, and I just stopped by GameStop and I just like screw it. I bought Gears 1, the remastered version, 2, 3, Judgment, all used, whatever. So I'm just getting used to playing in the correct order. I think it's Judgment first, and 1, 2, and 3, and then part of Judgment again, just to get reacquainted with the story. And I forgot how groundbreaking that franchise is, and how much I don't remember a cover mechanic for a third person shooter that's very often used now, like that's used that was there before Gears. Um, yeah, it's a pretty cool series. So it's really cool to play that again. And Judgment, some people crapped on Judgment. So far, I'm enjoying it. I think it's really cool. And let's see, Gears, Destiny, like you said, we played a little Street Fighter 2, getting back into that, which is good. Urian's my boy. I like him.
Gideon.
Union. Oh, Coffee. Guess what I started to play?
What's that?
A little rhythm game. Can you guess which one?
A rhythm game. Rhythm Thief?
No.
A little rhythm game.
Let me ask this. Not including Persona, Dance All Night, okay? If you were to tell me, and I think you have told me, if I were to only play one rhythm game, what would you say? I'm very confident this is the game I'm playing right now.
Can you give me the system?
Nope. It has to be one rhythm game that has ever come out, ever.
Elite Beat Agents?
Correct. Yeah, I started playing that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just played the very first part with the babysitter wanting to go steady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That game's so good.
Babysitter
That game's
wanted
awesome.
to go steady.
With her boyfriend, not with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm very excited. So I started playing that. Crap, what else? I started playing episode 2 of Batman, the Telltale series. That's really cool. I have this new obsession with Batman again. I don't know why. But, yeah. So as far as what I can remember, that's pretty much it. But either way, you guys ready for some news?
Yes.
Give me the news.
All right. In no particular order, but this one I found interesting. So video game movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually today it was just announced that they're gonna have a Gears of War movie, but that's not what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, talk about it.
Firewatch, the movie.
Oh.
Now this came out I think last week or something, but Firewatch as a movie I think would be amazing. What do you guys think?
I have not played Firewatch, so I can't tell you.
Well, it's a very short game, indie game, I would say, but I think the plot's very simple but very interesting at the same time. The relationship between the protagonist and Delilah is very interesting, and I forgot what the main character's name. His background story is interesting, but it's not a long game, and I think it would be perfect for a movie. You don't have to really leave anything out, you know.
Wait, wasn't the guy's name Henry?
Probably. But I'm wondering if they're gonna have a live action or an animated movie. That's what I don't know. I really don't know, but I think it's simple enough for them to be able to do that well. But I'm very excited about that, like an indie game becoming a movie. And I think they were gonna do another one, but they didn't announce the other one yet. So
I think there's rumors of Portal. I thought that's what you were going to bring up.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, I think. As a matter of fact, I think J.J. Abrams commented on that. But I think it would be really interesting to see Firewatch as a movie, and I hope it would be live action. But you know,
it could go either way. It really could go either way. But I just hope they don't show Delilah.
Yeah, they got to leave some mystery to that.
Yeah. All right. I have a few stories if you guys don't mind me just going through them, and then I'll ask you guys.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to start with one, and then we'll segue to another one. So, Michelle Ansel. Do any of you know who he is?
Who? Say it again.
Yes,
Michelle
I do.
Ansel.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So
Creator of Beyond Good and Evil, right?
Yep. And Rayman. And what else did he do? There's something else. I can't remember.
Something else.
Either way. So he recently, I think it was on Instagram, posted I guess it's like a concept image of 2 characters. And I don't know if he explicitly said or referred to Beyond Good and Evil 2, but Beyond Good and Evil 2 was, for those who don't know, Beyond Good and Evil was a game Ubisoft early 2000s released that had a lot of comparisons to Zelda, but in its own right, it was an awesome game. I played on the GameCube, and I want to replay it on, I think it's the Xbox, the HD version. But really great characters, great writing. But in 2008, I think it was during E3 or whatever, they had a very short clip of the the pig. His name is Paige, on the
Oh
side of a
yeah.
road or whatever in the desert road, and that was supposed to be the announcement of Beyond Good and Evil 2. But we haven't heard crap from that since 2008, almost 8 years ago. And then today, or no, sorry, it was yesterday or whatever, a few days ago, whatever. Michelle put on his on some Instagram account this painting of what looks like a baby Page and what a lot of people believe to be Jade, who was a protagonist in the original Beyond Good and Evil, her father. So I think it's officially been announced that that's in pre-production now. Finally, 8 years later, they started it. Just
Thank
kind of,
God.
yeah. I'm
That
looking
was
forward
such
to
a
that.
good game. Did you play the first one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Have you played it, Frozen?
No, I am not.
Yeah, and I think it was the 360. Either I think it was on Xbox games with gold. I think it was on that a few months ago. So I'll be able to play. I'm very excited about that. This leads me to something I actually have wanted to talk about for months, but I keep forgetting about it. And it's, have you guys been hearing about this takeover of Ubisoft
No.
by
No.
Vivendi? So I always see every once in a while this a news story of Vivendi, which I think is this huge entertainment conglomerate. I'm not entirely sure. Um, Slowly taking over, and this has been, the word hostile takeover has been used a lot of certain things, corporations. Gameloft fell victim to that not too long ago, and Vivendi has been really pushing forward, trying to take over Ubisoft. And if I remember correctly, Vivendi used to own Activision, if I remember correctly. But then Activision made so much money with Blizzard and Call of Duty that Activision was able to buy itself back and be dependent from Vivendi. Kind of like what Bungie did to Microsoft, but I don't think that wasn't hostile. But the tactics that Vivendi have been using to take over Gameloft are the same ones that they're using now to try to take over Ubisoft. So Ubisoft is actively trying to prevent that from happening. So I think we're about to see in the upcoming months a lot of news coming from that. Um, Vivendi originally claimed that they just were looking at Ubisoft as a financial investment and that they wouldn't really get into the creation of the games or have any influence in that. But then recently they were saying that they would like to have more say about how Ubisoft runs itself. And I didn't know this, but Ubisoft apparently was co-founded by three brothers, the Guillemot brothers. I don't know how to pronounce that. Um, so they're trying their best. I think the magic number is 30% in France. So if Vivendi apparently gets 30% of the shares, then from what I understand, according to Polygon, I think that's where I read it. Um, I think the company would have to go public, Ubisoft, and Ubisoft forever has been trying to be independent this whole time.
Hmm.
It's kind of weird that I don't know much about corporations or anything like that, but it's this force that they're trying to constantly fight, and it's kind of crazy that this is a thing, you know. But so expect more from that in the future. We'll see. It's kind of like
Well,
skeevy from,
Yeah, it's kind of scummy.
yeah.
definitely.
Grody.
Yep. Okay. So something that Coffee and I are very excited about to change the tone. Danganronpa 1 and 2 are going to get PS4 updates or ports or remasters, whatever you want to call it, early next year to pave the way for Danganronpa 3, which is coming out for not just PS4, but I think Vita as well, which is awesome.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, and if any of you have a PS4, if you don't happen to have a Vita, if you like visual novels, if you want to play something that is as crazy but entertaining and as deep as it is shallow at times, it's the weirdest mixture of emotions playing that game or those games, but I'll be damned if I never played those games, and if I knew what I missed out on, I'd be pissed. If you've never played those games, please play it. At least they're offering a way for PS4 uh, players to play it. It's amazing, and I think I don't know the official price, but I know it's a 1 and 2 pack. There's a third game that did come out that's a spin-off, not included in that pack.
No, yeah.
It's called Danganronpa 1 and 2 Reloaded. I don't know what the base cost for that bundle will be,
They're
but
adding a bunch of stuff to it. I mean, not to the game itself. They're just adding a bunch of like the soundtrack CD and
yeah, but
Monokuma's glasses.
that's a limited edition I sent you.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's a standard edition. And the limited edition, which the packaging looks awesome, and the art book,
Pretty cool,
and the soundtrack, yeah, all that stuff. That's 60.
Okay.
So I don't know what the non-special or limited edition would be, but
I guess it'd probably be around $40.
yeah, I think it's worth 60. I think it's a great
Two good
series.
games. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that and 3, which would be awesome. So we have a mini NES coming out next month. Well, Japan is going to have a mini Famicom coming out next month.
That's pretty
Yeah, it looks awesome. I like how the Famicom looks. I like the color scheme. The controllers, I think, are still attached to, because if you guys don't know this, so the NES had separate detachable controllers. That's what we're used to. But from what I understand, the Famicom has controllers that are permanently wired. Am I correct in thinking that? Coffee?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a gold and red setup, or scheme, I should say. And most of the games are in parity with what's coming out, the mini NES, the NES Classic Edition, they call it. But there are a few games that are not there and are replaced with Japan exclusive titles. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think that's coming out in November as well. And the last thing I wanted to say are the PlayStation Plus games out for this month. I was shocked. I was amazed that we got Resident Evil, which is amazing, and Transformers,
which is also great. It's made by Platinum.
I didn't even know
man.
yeah. So I thought that was a hell of a combo they did.
Yeah,
and I'm really excited to play both of those.
And a good game to kick off, October, the Resident Evil for Halloween, for sure.
Transform.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that.
I actually haven't played it yet, so.
Oh man, I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever played the first one?
No.
Oh man, this is great. Then I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna play it for Halloween or whatever, kind of.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that reminds me. We're gonna have to do a Halloween special, part 2. You want to play that for your section?
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
That's fine.
We got to figure out how that's gonna happen. We'll sort that out. Yeah. What about you, Frozen? What are you gonna play?
Well, I'm gonna play, and this kind of leads into one of the pieces of information I was going to share with the news. Outlast 2, the demo.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew, but the Outlast 2 demo came out, man, I think the 3rd, maybe in the beginning of October, and it's only available for a limited time.
On PS4?
Yeah, PS4, Xbox One. Oh, man, I want to say PC, too. I think so.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of like a sneak peek. So I figure that'll be kind of fitting because I played Outlast for the first one. So
and it's great because we kind of dropped you in the middle of the game last time. But this is a demo; it won't be long.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think this year I'm gonna do. I think I'll do some VR horror. I don't know what yet though. I'll see. Minimally, maybe Here They Lie or maybe some RE7. But I don't know if they're gonna offer anything new because I'll know what happens. But we'll see. Yeah, that sounds great. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm done with news. So you guys can say whatever you want news. Go for it.
Okay, I just have a couple more. Have you guys seen the newest Agony trailer? I know, Jeppy, you were really,
no, I have not. No,
really going hard on that on that little
hard
gameplay.
being the operative word.
Yeah. So there's like a whole like 3.5 minute cinematic trailer that came out.
Do not want.
Yeah, nope to everything. To everything on that
That's
nope.
squared.
Okay.
Want cubed.
Yeah. It is beyond anything I would have imagined for such a dark, scary game. The trailer itself brought fear to me in the sense that I couldn't really even finish it all because I was just like, man, this is just twisted,
I'm gonna
and
mute
this
myself.
is
Keep talking.
so, this is
You need
just
help, man.
It's unhealthy how evil this is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jeffy, have at it, man. It's a lot of kind of a story about that woman that you saw. So yeah, you can have at that, man.
When did this trailer come out?
It was last month, late last month, I think.
Okay. All right. Let me just see what this is. All right.
You should probably not watch it.
Oh, keep going. Keep going. I'm listening.
So, oh man, I forgot when the release date was going to be, but it is in 2017. I don't exactly know what quarter though. But just it lives up to. I think the game is going to live up to its name because just this trailer itself was just.
This trailer has narration, right? The first one did not.
Yes.
Okay.
Like it's like they're telling you a story.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, good luck with that. Actually, I just saw it now. So second quarter 2017 is when that's going to come out.
The release date.
Yeah.
That's the same day the apocalypse is going to happen. Just saying.
Oh, that reminds me. Sorry to interrupt, but
that's fine.
The hurricane. Have you guys seen the actual? Wow, that looks great. Have you guys seen that weird?
Yeah, the face.
Didn't that remind you of Majora's Mask?
Yes, it did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. You're in it to win it right now. I'm telling you, I'm right in the line of fire. Just for you listeners out there, I had to endure my own agony a little bit ago, just trying to find supplies. This is ridiculous.
I'm just really glad you're able to make the podcast.
Yeah, I hope so that I'll survive for the next one because this is getting nuts. But anyway, the last piece of information that I had was actually Xbox One related. Coffee, do you have an Xbox One?
I do not.
Do not. So, Jeffy, I'm going to need you to confirm this.
Sure.
And this may be really old news, but new to me. There's a new sound for rare Xbox achievements. Have you heard anything about that?
No, that's completely new.
So I think it's like reserved for like the ultra rare type of Xbox achievements. And it's a new sound directly for that. But it doesn't seem like there was a lot of communication as to the new sound. So people have been discovering it and then going to Twitter and going to social media like, oh my God, I got this, new achievement. And the sound is so different. So it's actually creating a little bit of a buzz to it.
Yeah, this is complete news to me. I haven't heard this.
Yeah, so if you are skilled enough to get that rare, ultra rare achievement in whatever game you're playing, be on the lookout. Because if you capture it, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. I've already heard the achievement. They already have the sound.
Is it something recognizable?
I mean, it sounded like it was worth the achievement. Like, man, I feel good having done that. And it was obviously different than the normal.
I wonder if that happened since the Agony is coming to PS4. Oh, I already knew that. Oh, that's awesome. The last 20 seconds. Just don't ask me to stand up, okay? Just do not ask me to stand up. I will knock this mic over. Well, basically, yeah, I'm not too good at games to get those rare achievements. But I wonder if this happened since the update but the update was a couple months ago. I think people would have heard it from there, but I'm curious. But I don't want to look it up. I guess I'm gonna have to just keep playing it until something happens.
Yeah, man. Try to get some kind of rare achievement in the game, and then let me know.
Got you.
Yeah, it was just slipped in there, and I thought that was kind of cool. You slipped in something there, and people discovering it, and it's kind of taking that little buzz around it. So it's pretty cool.
Cool.
And that's all I had.
I'm reading some of the comments of the Agony extended trailer. Yeah. The first one is, the next time I'm going to see another trailer of this, I'll make sure to bring all my Bibles. And then there's a reply on there that says, it's not accurate to the Bible version of hell. That's much worse.
Nice.
Wow.
That looked awesome. Awesome. I don't see what the big deal is. It's like Journey 2. I feel like I'm gonna have the same emotions playing that than I did playing Flower.
Oh my god.
I feel at home.
Anyway,
Coffee, do you have any news?
So, did you guys happen to hear Miyamoto talk about how old Mario actually is?
No.
Yeah, he came out and announced Mario's official age. Before I reveal it to you, take a guess.
Wait, here's a question: are we assuming he hasn't aged since he was debuted? Right? It's just his character.
Correct.
Right?
It's his character's age. Yes.
I'm gonna say he's 42.
I'm gonna say he's 27.
Jeppy is close. He is 25.
Oh
wow!
Yes, which is kind of crazy because he looks unhealthy for a 25-year-old.
Yeah,
but
well, look what he can do.
But look what he could do. Look what he could do.
He's like little Jack Black.
He is
nimble with his body. He knows how to work it.
Yeah, he does. And I'm actually speaking of Mario. I'm looking forward to picking up. I actually took the dip into Paper Mario Color Splash.
Oh, I see what you said. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I took a little dip. And I watched a trailer, and it really changed my mind about it. And it looks...
Right, because I remember E3, you were about to say some crap about it.
Yeah,
but then
you
were so mad that you're like, I don't think I should talk about this because I'm so mad.
Yeah.
So what was it? What was it that changed your mind in the trailer?
The writing. And that's what I felt was sorely lacking in the Paper Mario, is because it had a gleeful sense of comedy in all the Paper Mario games, and it was sorely lacking in Sticker Star. And not only was it lacking in Sticker Star, but the game was very, very plain, boring, and unoriginal.
Yeah, I played Sticker Star. I mean, I enjoyed it to an extent, but I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I mean,
I did feel like I had to force my way through some of it just to beat it.
And the new one, from what I understand, it's getting much better reviews. People are saying it's a very good step in the right direction. And
when's it come out?
It comes out Friday.
Friday. Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. And they say the writing's spot on. It's just got a lot of good nods to Nintendo nostalgia in there. And I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. I'll, update as I play.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So looking forward to that. As far as any other news, I'm trying to think of. Haven't really seen too much. Just waiting for the next. Where's the next at?
I don't know, man. March. I'm really, really, really torn on. I feel like, man, I want to play Dragon Quest XI on the PS4, but for some reason it feels right in my mind and heart, even though I don't know what the NX looks like, to play Dragon Quest XI on the NX. Now, I don't know which version they're going to have, something closer to the 3DS version or something closer to the Wii U version. I don't know. I don't know. I hear Dragon Quest VII, the remake, is doing pretty well, at least critically, which is cool.
Yeah.
Man, there's something about Dragon Quest. Something about it.
Yeah, the Builders game just came out, by the way.
I thought it was 11th that's coming out.
Maybe it was. Okay.
Yeah, but my friend told me that it's not multiplayer. I don't understand that.
I don't know.
That's weird. Either way, that being said, I feel pretty good for Quest of the Week. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good.
Go for it.
All right, pretty simple. I want you guys to think of all the games you've ever played.
Mm.
I want you to think of major characters and minor characters within those games.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to give me your opinion on the dumbest character name within any of those games.
You mean not like cleverly dumb, right? Just stupid.
No, just things that you personally think is just a stupid name.
Just a straight up name. Has nothing to do with their character.
It has nothing to do with the character. Just why the hell did they name that guy, that girl, that name? That's a stupid name.
Oh, that's tough.
Wait, Frozen, can I hear your answer first? Because something must have inspired this question.
It did, actually. It
Please.
did. So I was at work last week, and I had a discussion about Mortal Kombat. Okay.
Okay.
And we were talking about how, the Mortal Kombat has progressed through the years and all this stuff. And we started talking about characters and, who we like. And then I remembered Noob Saibot.
Oh, no.
I hate that freaking name. So much so that I've never played him.
Oh, hold up.
Stupid.
No. I got to defend this. Okay. First off, I am biased towards Noob Saibot. He was my favorite character in Mortal Kombat 9. Do you know the origins of that name?
I do know the origins of the game.
You still think that's stupid? It's a cool Easter egg.
Stupid name. Okay?
You stupid.
I understand, okay, that Ed Boon and the Tobias, whatever the first name of that guy, Tobias, I know that they flipped their last names, spelled it backwards, and then you got Noob Saibot. But still, I hate that.
You just explained why it's an awesome name.
Well, I'm glad you think so, but I think it's stupid. I'm sticking by that because it doesn't roll off the tongue for me. It just sounds like just an idiot. I don't like it. So that's my choice. Stick to it.
Damn. Coffee?
I'm gonna have to say Phil Bright, West Riverside, Warehouse Rock, the 26th.
Are you talking?
Huh?
Wait, are you talking about Phoenix Wright?
No, I'm talking about Zone of the Enders, the Fist of Mars for a Game Boy Advance.
Was all
That's
that
the
just
name of
one
a person?
person's name?
It's Phil Bright, West Riverside, Warehouse Rock, the 26th.
West Riverside? That's unique.
Yeah. Also, Phil Bright is just a bad name in general, except for it makes me think of Phoenix Wright a little bit, so that's okay. But probably that or Miles Tails Prower, which is just a really horrible name. Yeah. I don't know, makes me angry.
Yeah.
All right, let me think. I'm sorry. There's only one thing that is occupying my mind right now. And his name is Wario.
And his name is amazing, dude.
Wario,
he's gonna win.
Case in point. Yeah, I'm going with Wario.
Nice.
Get out. Get out of your own podcast.
Get out of here. Does anybody have any second place runner-ups?
Booger Man?
Booger Man? Booger Man.
I think
Booger Man. What game?
Oh, wait. Seaman. Have you ever heard of that game?
Yeah.
Was that the Dreamcast game?
Yep.
Yeah. That's a pretty terrible name.
Yeah, that's pretty. They knew what they were doing with that.
Yeah, they did.
Oh Lord.
I hate Tingle. I don't like his name.
God,
Tingle makes me jingle.
Yeah, see, I don't like it.
I love it.
Stupid face, dancing around.
Loompa. He's a fairy, not an elf. He's a fairy.
Looks like a damn elf to me.
He's a forest fairy. Do you, sir, have a fairy? I also am a fairy.
You know, Soul Calibur, wasn't the lizard's name Lizard?
Yes.
Was it Lizard Man? Was it Lizard Man?
Yeah, I almost got so enraged because I thought you were going to take a different turn to that.
What, Killick?
Yeah, I thought.
No, Killick's name's cool.
All right, I thought you were going to.
No, remember, I'm just doing names, not how stupid they are.
Oh, yeah. Whoop.
Okay.
Yeah, so there we go.
All right. Giggles is also a stupid name. Mr. Giggles. He'll never hear this. He will never hear this.
We'll never hear it.
It's 200. You can't even get up to 2,000. Anyway. Frozen, go for it, man.
Oh, my God.
Wait, hold up. Sorry. Just a heads up. I expect next week's podcast, the night before PSVR comes out, it's going to be pretty VR centric on my side. Just to let you guys know. Frozen. Guess what? I told Coffee. I didn't realize this game was coming out. We're going to play it that night, or definitely when I'm going to bring PSVR down. For the holidays. Keep talking and no one explodes. The bomb defusing game, yeah. So we're gonna. I didn't know it was gonna be a launch title as well, so I'm excited to play that too.
Oh man,
yeah. So expect on the YouTube channel a lot of. I don't know exactly how capturing is gonna work. I can't imagine really any different, but expect some footage. So we'll see.
Nice.
All right, go for it, Frozen.
All right, everybody. We want to thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us. We greatly appreciate it. This has been episode, help me out, please. 43. And if you want to hear our previous podcasts, you can check us out on YouTube at Brainal. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Shout Engine as well. On behalf of Brainal, I want to say thank you all once again, and stay tuned for our discussion of Last of Us right after this.
Peace.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Brainal Podcast. This is episode 43. Today is September 21st, 2016. I'm Jeppy Condyle.
And I am Pros in GFX.
Mr. Giggles.
Is that so your roommates couldn't hear you?
No, I'm just a little under the weather. I hate you guys.
Look, people, we've got a level with you, all right? This is going to be a shorter than usual episode purely because Giggles is sick. Has nothing to do with Destiny at all.
Yeah, nothing like Rise of Iron. Nothing like
I'm dying, and before I die, I need to play Destiny. So
don't expect a lot of news this week, people. We apologize, but a couple things I want you guys to know, you two, that in 4 days on September 25th, it'll be the 1 year anniversary of our podcast. You guys know that?
Oh man, that's awesome! I didn't.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, I checked. I'll tell you why I was checking in a little bit. But yeah, okay. Well, so let's just talk about it. So the first thing we got to talk about is Frozen. You have finished The Last of Us.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know. Thank God.
I do want to bring up one thing really quickly. The reason why I was looking in our back catalog, I was trying to find the episode where I think you asked something about what was one of the most, I guess, surprising game endings or something like that.
Oh, was it emotional?
No, I think it was just like shocking or something, like a plot twist or something like that. And um, the first one I thought of, and this is what I texted you, Giggles. I texted you The Last of Us, but I didn't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it for Frozen. Do you remember that at all?
I remember us talking about it. I don't remember what the context was though.
Again, we were not talking about it because I texted it to you.
No, but I meant that got brought up between you and I.
Gotcha. Frozen, have at it, man.
All right, so let me just kind of break down my experience with this game from, beginning to end. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever been so emotionally attached to characters in a game than I have with The Last of Us.
Really?
I was in there. I was my conscious decisions revolved around protecting Ellie. Okay, yeah. So before I continue, though, anybody else out there who hasn't played it and wants to play it, a huge spoiler warning. I'm just going to talk about my experience and even spoil the game. So, with that said, right from the get-go, the opening sequence in that game was done so well. It's such a cinematic experience.
With his daughter, right?
With his daughter, yeah. I mean, that whole setup of, him having some issues with, I guess his work, his job, coming home late, his daughter's, I guess, trying to wait up for him, and, she's just catching some Z's before he comes home. That seems to be like a regular standard for them. It's an everyday thing. And they have a great chemistry with each other. Then some stuff went down that, really brought me into like oh my God, what's going on? At first I thought, okay, this is going to be about zombies. And I even had that predetermined notion beforehand, before playing this game, just in the small little snippets that I've seen of the game, thinking, okay, it's just another zombie game. But from that opening sequence, especially when Joel met up with his brother and they were trying to get out of the city, I felt anxious. I felt nervous because everything was out in the viewpoint of the daughter, and I could move around, my view to see what was happening around the car as we're driving out, trying to escape the city.
Yeah.
But then, obviously when that pivotal moment in the beginning where the daughter died, it was a gut punch. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh man, that is intense, and that is going to carry on throughout the entire game. Like, I already knew that was going to be such an emotional attachment to anything else that happens in this game was going to be that was like the marker. It all starts again.
I hope we're not going to get into every single scene, but I do want to discuss how important that opening scene is to the ending, as far as the explanation. So let's just recap what happened. So it turns out Ellie has a cure, or a potential cure, inside her, right? She has antibody, or she's immune to this, to whatever that thing's going around. I really want to know what you thought of the ending, and if that's what you expected at all.
The ending was predictable, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. I did not see that ending coming whatsoever. Did you, Giggles?
Yeah. I mean, I knew it was going to come down to something with her, but...
No, but I mean as far as the decision he makes.
Right, as far as the decision that he makes, absolutely not. Like, that whole thing happening the way it did, that was as shocking as her dying in the beginning moments of that.
So, Frozen, what tipped you off thinking that he was going to do it?
Really, man, as I was saying from the beginning, the death of his daughter, and then having to protect this young girl who, just kind of blossomed into pretty much a father-daughter relationship towards the end. I knew that he was going to be so emotionally attached to her and want to protect her that he was going to have to make a decision. Now, I didn't know if it was going to be planned out already or if the ending was depending on the actions that I took at the end. But I knew I wanted to go ahead and make sure that she survived. The hell with the rest of the civilization. You know, the way that I was playing it, like I said before, I was so engrossed into protecting Ellie that even in the moments in the game where we separated, I was worried and afraid something's going to happen and I'm not there to protect her. So
that's interesting. Yeah, I was worried about her too, but I actually tried not to kill the doctors and the nurses. I tried not to, and then I realized there's nothing. I thought I did something wrong, and I didn't.
So let me ask a question, because there's something in Jeppy, we've spoken about this multiple times, but here's my question. To me, the fact of saving her wasn't as much of a gut punch. It still was, but it was the fact that when she talked to him about it
afterwards,
at the end,
yeah,
and he just, because he lied
to her, yeah.
That to me,
she felt like crap. You could tell, like she.
Right, and that to me, just the all the unknowns that go on with like what wasn't said in that conversation, that to me was the gut punch. That was what made me have to sit there for like 10 minutes after, like debating my own morals.
Yeah, and there were so many. I mean, of course it's scripted, but there were so many opportunities leading up to that scene in the surgery room where it's like, if you guys would just talk about it, you know, if this didn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened and everything. It just it hit me in such a way that really shocked me, and a lot of people, including myself, you know, question Joel's, I guess, integrity. You know, if he let someone who's not his daughter, if you treat it like his daughter, what was really at stake and what he really sacrificed. And that's why I really, don't get me wrong, I understand why Joel did it. I really do. But I really felt for Ellie after that.
Yeah, I really think that Ellie deep down knows that what he said was just BS. That's how I felt about it. But thinking of it in Joel's perspective, I really, like I said, I think he took on that father role, and just wanted to focus on protecting her and shielding her from, what's going on out there. And yeah, I mean, he lied to her right in her face, but in his defense, it was his best intentions, thinking he was doing something right in order to just make her feel
See, I thought
normal.
He was selfish. I thought he was extremely selfish.
I agree. He was selfish with that, but I'm saying that, and like you said, you understand why he did it. That's my understanding why he did it. He was just so wrapped up in look, I just want to protect her, and I just want her to live a semi-normal life considering the circumstances.
I really, the more and more I thought about that ending, I really did appreciate the ending, because I expected him to just let her go. I expected a certain way that most video games typically would end that are even remotely like this, but that's why I thought it was such a daring. I apologize that you expected it to happen that way, Frozen, but for me, I thought it was such a fresh, daring take on a video game script before that I've never seen before. I really enjoyed that. What was that?
As I said, it made him in a way a bad guy, where you were playing as this character the whole time. I don't mean to interrupt, but it's just the idea that you fought through all of this, right? Like, and you fought for what you thought was like the right thing to do. And then you get to that scene in the operating room, and you're doing this stuff, and right after that scene, and it's like, your adrenaline's kind of pumping because you're like, I gotta save Ellie. Like, you know what I mean? You're into the characters. They did an amazing job of drawing you into this world, and then, once that kind of fades, you kind of like, did I do the right thing? And then him lying about it on top of that was like, is he a hero or is he?
Yeah, but he's human. That's what's so great about it.
That's why I like it though. I thought the title was so appropriate. The Last of Us.
So. Yeah, but you know what though? Even early on, he never wanted to do this. Okay, he was opposed to doing it in the beginning, and it was just a job so that they can just drop off this girl and go ahead and get the the weapons or whatever it is that they were promised at the end. And that was his mindset. I'm just doing this job, I'm doing this mission to just get it over and done with. And then the turning point when he reunited with his brother in that hydroelectric dam, he was just going to pass her over to the custody of his brothers for protection. And he was done with it. At that point, he was just ready to wash his hands out from her. But afterwards, that was the pivotal shift that I saw. Okay, this guy is too involved in it now, and he's just worried about her. He really doesn't give a damn about saving humanity. He's just focusing on saving this girl and protecting her.
Have either of you played the DLC yet?
I started it.
What was that? Was that Giggles?
I did not.
Gotcha. I would highly suggest playing that. I think it's a really good DLC piece, but I'm not going to say anything about it.
I do like the idea that they're doing the cutscenes, the in-between times of when Joel was injured, and then
going for context, yeah.
Right, and then going back to the way things were before.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. Don't say too. Giggles.
I've already. Okay. I know the storyline. You're fine. You're not spoiling anything.
Still, okay.
Yeah, my apologies.
Cool. Awesome, man. I'm glad you finally finished it.
Yeah. One thing I will say though, also what drove this home for me as far as the emotional connection, the music, absolutely spot on in those scenes, and just making you feel what was happening in the game.
Hey, you got to play Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog learned a lot from Last of Us. There's a distinct difference between Uncharted 1 through 3, which you got to play before 4, obviously.
I'm only halfway. I got to beat it.
Oh, then I'm not going to say anything. They each learned a lot from what they learned from Last of Us, which is great, which is awesome.
So let me ask a question, Frozen. Now that we can talk about this because you have beaten it, how do you feel about them making a sequel?
Kind of up in the, I don't know, man. One part of me says I don't want them to continue on with Joel and Ellie, but I can also see them if they do like a side story of a different, couple or a different story altogether. But I guess I would want them to just leave it alone and leave it for what it is.
I trust Naughty Dog enough that if they were to do a sequel, they would do it very tastefully.
Yeah.
So,
one thing I did not expect was just how cold and callous Joel was by shooting Marlene at the end.
Marlene's the head of the Resistance, right?
Yeah, the Fireflies.
Yeah.
When he got out of the elevator and she tried to stop him, and he just shot her down and shot her in the head point blank. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to remember that was all done. Like at that point, he was a father. I mean, if that was your daughter.
Yeah, of course.
So that's why I think it was so emotional and gripping to me, was because of the fact that it was this was his chance to give everything he had to save someone else. That was his daughter. But to me, it was the fact that when she kind of was in that car, kind of being what was really going on, and then he lied to her, it was just so... That's when, to me, I was like, man, this is The Last of Us. That's what it is. It's the ultimate, I guess, duplicity scenario where you have two opposing views that are constantly just fighting at each other here. And I thought that's why it was so beautiful.
Yeah, I would agree.
And could I just say that I think Naughty Dog did a brilliant job of not making this a zombie game, but actually having the infection be based on something that's real.
The fungus?
Cordyceps. Yeah, the cordyceps.
Yeah. That's cool.
I thought that was a great take on it, because it did add a bit of realism to it. Like, this is a real world infection. Doesn't affect humans, but oh my God, what if, So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, good. I'm glad that's done. Congratulations.
Thank you. After almost a year of perceiving it.
Yeah.